Hi guys. So first things first. Sorry, we're late because of me. Because I forgot.
Yeah, I was looking at the time, like, I guess we're not doing it. Like, I wasn't doing anything today anyways. Like, if I sound stuffy and not how I normally do, I'm still getting over a cold.
Yeah. So again, y'all, that was my bad. I, I had a family day today, and I really enjoyed it. I got to spend time with my wife and my son, which is something I very rarely get to do these days, especially since work's kind of a bitch. But pretty much as soon as it started to get really late, I was gonna look around and I'm sitting there like, why the hell do I feel like I'm forgetting something? And then I saw a random live stream and I'm like, oh fuck!
You forgot the lounge.
I forgot the lounge.
Man, I showed up, I was sitting there in the dark, I had the cooler ready, like, man. No
Yeah,
one's
you
here.
forgot about the knockoff of the scrapyard.
Listen here, you bitch. Be happy that we're here.
So I officially dubbed this stream, since it's a knockoff of the Energon den, which we call the backyard. I dubbed this the schoolyard. So with that said,
I'm starting to see how JJ feels.
Oh no. Well, one day I'll make my own and I'll just call it the garage.
So because this is a knockoff of a knockoff, we all got to have our own knockoff name. Knockoffs of the knockoffs of our names.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, because I got a funny one. Hold on. Where's my?
Okay, so this is really weird.
How do I change? Edit name and headline. Okay.
Okay, so I have a question for y'all. Who here has seen the movie Swap?
What?
Who here has seen the movie Swapped?
I haven't.
Wait, what movie?
Hey, if you have a Netflix account, by all means, give it a viewing.
I think I still have an active subscription.
Yeah,
SWAT or swap?
Swap.
Hey, Nariko.
Marco, don't be a coward. Get your ass in here.
Exactly.
Take your ass whoopings like a man. I mean, come in here and have fun with friends.
Yeah. If anyone is curious about about the name I chose for myself, so Acer is a fairly common computer parts brand. And I was like, cool, what's going to be the generic store brand of like Acer? And it's like, oh wait, Walmart has On, which used to be Black Web for years, and then it just went away one day. I swear I feel crazy when I remember having something called Black Web.
Pretty sure that. Okay, so for those who have Quintus Prime, you have to turn his head around for vehicle mode, right? Or not do that?
No, I've never done that, and I don't remember seeing anybody else do that.
All right, well, so much of that then.
Quintus's alt mode is a very soft, like, list of the only thing that really matters is if the arms go up into position and if you tuck the legs in.
Basically, he turns into a hentai jet.
Pretty much.
Hentai jet. Quit stealing my jokes.
Like there was a part of me that wanted that wanted to hate Quintus's alt mode, but the more I looked at it, and I was watching the 86 movie while holding Quintus in his alt mode, I was like, oh, wait. Never mind, I can't hate this. This is really good, actually. Oh, don't worry, Daniel. JJ is back next week, I want to say.
Yeah, he says he's going to be back next week, but if he decides to change his mind, we'll be back next week.
Yeah. We'll get a lot more unhinged fun. Because I'm sure if this goes on for like longer than like expected, or if it's just going to be a supplement, so to speak, to the Inner John Den, we can find more fun stuff to do with this show than just be a bunch of dudes hanging out, talking, cracking some cold ones.
Yeah, honestly, I'm content with the show being. I'm content with the lounge being like this though, because Scrapyard, like, well, granted, I know a lot of people really do appreciate the amount of effort I put into it. It's
Oh no, I'm talking like everybody has to put in work for like other stuff that we want. Like if I want something for the show, I have to bring it to you, and I have to have put in the work to show what I want for that week.
Exactly.
You know, it's not going to be hey, BC, let's do this. I'll let you think of it. Like, no, if I want something, I will sit there and do the research and do the work for what I want. Present it to you, and you can say, yeah, we can do that, or you can tell me, nah, go try again. Come back next week, chump.
This week on Shark Tank,
We got Shark Tank Scrapyard edition. That's fucked up. For the record, y'all, we are not that bad.
No. We're not that bad.
Oh, so the first invention that's proposed to the Shark Tank team, BC shows up with the magical remote that he uses on me and Savage.
I'm just sitting there looking at it like, you mean it only works on these two guys? Like,
because we're leads. Yeah. It works on the leads.
If you were to buy this remote, literally all you have to do is program the information into it, and any person that is supposed to be a lead within your group, you now have the ability to shut them off. I remain unconvinced. Hey, Ez, Alex, can you come here real quick? Both of you are dripping sweat. Like, wait, BC, let's talk about this real quick.
I thought we was boys. No.
And then all of a sudden, they hit the button and it just falls flat. And then with the hit of the button, and they fly back up like.
Oh no! Even better. Savage wakes up, is back to normal. I wake up, but I'm speaking a completely different language. And then, like, you start cycling through the different languages that I, or at least words in different languages that I know. And then it starts cycling through my voice impressions.
Oh boy.
And the Shark Tank people are becoming skeptical about that. Like, oh, trust me, it always has this effect on him. That or he's faking.
Either that or he's just having too much fun with this. And then, right when I say that, right when I say either that or he's just doing this because he's having too much fun. As in perfect, clear English. Yeah, you better not fucking ruin it for me. And that's what convinces them to buy the remote.
Oh man. Nah, you're good, Nariko. You're good.
Coward. Straight hiding from us. You don't love us, bro. dare you not prioritize? That's fine.
No, I get it. Pets are a handful sometimes. Although the other stuff is probably cleaning your drive out. I'm hoping. So, gents, how's the past week been treating y'all?
I got Lyle Kaiser. A happy BC.
I think that's the only HasLab so far I've looked at that I haven't backed out of. Like I don't know if I would want that. Like largely because combiners to me are like really hit or miss sometimes if I'll like them or not.
Okay, I have a question for you then.
And then, yes,
Did you back Victory Saber or Deathsaurus?
I wasn't able to back either of those.
Then at that my main selling point holds no power.
Yeah, like I wanted to back both Victory Saber and Deathsaurus, but like financially at the time it was like, nope, you got other stuff to pay for, big boy.
You are not allowed to do anything of the sort, big boy.
It's like every single time, like, all right, cool, I have the money, I can pay for this up front. Let me just. So then it's like, oh, no, that money that you saved, yeah, that's got to go to this thing over here and this thing. And, oh, yeah, a billion other things that fall on you. Like, no, stop it.
Let me have nice things.
The fucked up part is, like, I'll start saving. I'll be really good with, like, saving for a while because I'll stop eating out as much. I'll cook more at home. I won't buy random dumb things I don't need. And it's like, okay, cool. I actually have money saved for the thing I want. And then life is like, hey, yeah, all that money you saved by being good, you should have just spent it. Here's your reward or punishment.
Here's your punishment.
It's like watching everybody else speed in traffic, but then like the one time you decide to speed, God makes an example out of you.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, one thing that happened this past week for me, I got my hands on the OG leader class or whatever the class name was for Energon, the Energon Galvatron.
Yo. I've been hoping we get an Energon Galvatron because, like, I bought both of the Legacy core variants, and weirdly, I would like them to take the Kingdom Galvatron and just retool the shit out of it.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, except there's just one massive problem with that.
The wings?
The fans
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
have an absolute fucking shit fit over it.
Yeah, but like, you look at the general character design of that Galvatron versus the Kingdom toy, like you look at both designs side by side, and it would make sense to take the Kingdom one and heavily retool it.
I definitely do see what you're saying, but unfortunately the fan base is going to say something about it.
Oh yeah. If nothing else, they would just keep the legs and make it a whole new upper torso.
And look what I did. I did a ting.
Is that the Shattered Glass Megatron?
It is a Shattered Glass Megatron. I took the Siege Megatron body, and I found a garage kit on eBay that allows you to convert the specific. It says you could use the Siege or the Earthrise body Megatron mold, but that's a lie. It only works on the Siege mold. So with that said, I took the cell shaded variant because the color matching is a bit closer.
Right.
And turned it into this guy.
Yo.
And it transforms. It legit transforms.
It gets to keep its. What? What mad genius looked at that and created a kit for it and kept the conversion?
I was about to transform this. So like, you know what? I think it'd just be easier if I just showed photos because it'd be a lot faster in comparison.
Yeah, if you pull up a photo, that might save a lot of time.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, unfortunately, I don't think I have any actual photo. Oh, wait. No, never mind. That's just the robot mode. I do, however, have the Energon Megatron version, like a photo of that somewhere.
Yeah.
Here we are. Okay, so.
It's a bit hard to make out, but
Yeah, let me.
Oh wait, hang on. Send that to the scrapyard, and then BC can pull it up for everyone to see. Ooh.
No, BC can't.
Okay, I might be able to pull it up then if you send it to the scrapyard. Actually, I might be able to.
Okay, so yeah, this is the I utilized the Siege body mold. Hey, what's up?
SCP's here. What up, dude?
What's up, SCP? Again, I'm so sorry for misgendering you. I promise it won't happen again.
It's fine.
So yeah, so there's two versions of this kit. There's one you can turn into Energon Megatron and into Shattered Glass Megatron, and you can actually convert it into the jet mode. I mean, it's not like the transformation is not like 100% exact, but it's a pretty darn good approximation.
Wait, you said it can convert into the Shattered Glass or the Energon one?
Yep.
Because the original Shattered Glass Megatron toy used the deluxe Energon Megatron as its base.
Ooh, I might have a reason to not sell off my Netflix Megatron after all.
Also, real quick, if you do, I recommend getting some paint because you will have to do a little bit of paint work because the crotchal region on the figure is black and like in order to color match it better with the character model, you will have to paint it. So this I got some some off-white spray paint and added a few coats to it, and then going over it with clear coat. And honestly, I didn't know off the top of my head if it was going to be exact, but it's pretty close.
Honestly,
you would also have to paint the hit, which these are recycled from the core figure. You'd have to paint that black.
Okay. That is really fucking cool.
The bad news is though, at the time I bought this and the other kit, it was a little over $50, but now it's like almost $100.
Oh, that puts a damper on things.
Yeah,
you'll be fine, Bookie. You'll figure it out.
Not a lot.
Yeah, I know. I'll figure it out, but it's still one of those. You look at that and it's like, oh, I know how much you used to cost. It's like looking at trying to build a PC now versus a year and a half ago. Like oh, it hurts.
How could this happen to me?
Shit costs too much now.
Oh no, even better. I have the perfect song to reflect that.
Oh no.
Oh,
please don't do it. Don't do it, please.
Come on, it's been a while since I've done it on stream.
Oh,
I want this. I need this. I've been in a shit mood lately. I need this.
But it's Bookie.
Bookie will be fine. Your Bookie will be fine. Chill out.
It's not trading me up.
Go to the grocery store, but my bills are too high. Ooh, I was gonna buy a gallon of milk. My bills are too high. Now I need to buy a cereal, and I know why, man, yeah. My bills are too high. My bills are too high. My bills are too high. La, da, 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 da. Take it away, BC.
I was gonna buy a fan, but my bills are too high. I was gonna move down my apartment, but my bills are too high. Now my balls are fucking sweating, and I know why, man. My bills are too high. My bills are too high. My bills are too high.
That's a parody I came up with, patent pending.
Oh, I love it. Also, hey, JJ. Hey. No, honestly, 86 Blaster is one of the few ones that it's fine to pass on it because the Kingdom one was good enough, but the only reason I can think I would buy it would be the non-clear, what is it? Eject? Yeah, it was eject.
And as far as we're aware, there are no reported cases of it yellowing.
My blaster, I'm confident. Well, I say I'm confident, but I'm pretty sure the Kingdom and Legacy Blaster are both the exact same figure from the exact same manufacturing pool.
They are.
And mine hasn't yellowed yet.
Mine hasn't either, but at least as far as I'm aware.
I mean, hang on. Let me shine a light at my shelf, and I'll be able to notice off differences with Blaster.
Yeah, mine's okay. I literally have both the Kingdom / Legacy and the SS86 version because honestly, it kind of helps fill out some of the shelves. I think.
Yeah, the 86 Blaster, like the case of the 86 Galvatron, I never saw in stores physically, but I did end up getting 86 Galvatron because it was on sale.
Yeah, he totally wasn't bullied into it either.
Well, I mean, I think I was at work when I was just browsing Amazon on break, saw it was on sale, and looked, I was like, man, this is the cheapest I've seen a liter in a long time.
I'll go ahead and give it a shot.
Yeah. And you get it in hand, the tolerances are better. Yes, I know age of figures you have to take into account. I'm aware of that. But just the look, the feel, the surface feel of the 86 one was just so much better. I didn't have to dismantle the figure to fix a factory issue. I know we talked about this extensively last week, that I personally don't want to have to fix a factory issue, but I know there's a market for it for people who do actually fix breakages and random miscellaneous problems that certain figures have that are easily fixed by a third party. So, Hasbro, keep fucking up. Keep these people in business.
Yeah, because I love DNA design.
Keep these people in business. Not just the upgrade kit companies, but the random nice people of social media who do commissions where they'll actively repair figures.
Yeah, keep those people in business.
Even if I personally don't end up using that service that they'll offer, there's going to be those who care enough where they don't want to get a replacement for the chance of it coming back with the exact same defect.
So may as well just pay that fee, get it fixed by someone who knows what they're doing, and you'll be happy. You'll be fine. All over the universe.
Yeah,
I could think of quite a few people who would absolutely throw a shit fit over it though.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people who would. If I get a figure with a known factory defect, what is it? The 86 Optimus came with the heels, specifically the heels for the back of the truck were reversed.
I can't remember.
I've seen I don't pay attention enough to the heels of figures to know if mine has that defect or not, and I didn't care enough to check because it didn't affect transformation. Unless it actively hinders the functionality of a figure, I will probably not be bothered.
Are mine backwards? I can't remember.
Hang on. Let me grab mine real quick. Hang on, give me a second. I gotta pop my headphones out.
Yeah, BC, do you know?
Know about what?
Are the heels on SS86 Prime here backwards? Or reverse, whatever.
On yours?
Yeah, on mine.
No.
So
Hang on.
mine's good?
Hold on. Let me look at mine. Yeah, no, yours yeah, yours is fine.
Oh, sweet.
Okay. Yeah, no, my original copy came with the red on the outside of the feet, so yeah, it's fine. Okay. I popped my headphones up for nothing instead of well, I could have confirmed later, but that's fine.
Oh, before I put this figure back, so this is the default blaster that came with the SS86 Prime,
Yeah.
and this is the one that came with the that Centurion drone accessory pack.
You versus the guy she told you not to worry about?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Honestly,
Bees, I said it was you versus the guy she said to not worry about.
anyway, honestly, I think this scales way better with this figure than the Earthrise Optimus Prime mold, which I happen to have Shattered Glass Optimus Prime over here. Here's his little pea shooter he's got here, and then yeah, this was meant for the Earthrise Optimus Prime mold, but honestly, I think it looks way better with the
86 one?
yeah.
Yeah, like the Earthrise one. The Earthrise is in a very weird spot.
All I can think of every job I think of.
I mean, it just
Yeah, it looks way too big on the Earthrise.
yeah, it's like he's
Well,
trying to compensate for something.
Aren't most truck drivers?
Hey! Hold up. Wait. Stop. Steve, I know damn well we had this conversation, all right? I told you, no more talking smack about Aladar. That's rude.
What are you talking about? I wasn't talking about Aladar. I was talking about Woody.
You and I both know damn well he doesn't know how to drive either.
JJ, you missed it. Apparently, the HasLab Laokaiser is phenomenal.
It's the best HasLab to date. Across the board. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
He said,
I'm not even saying that as a JG1 biased bitch. I'm saying that because it's the god honest fucking truth, dude. The Lyle Kaiser it absolutely crushes it.
okay, I was about to say that is a blatant lie because the Omega Prime one is amazing, but I was like, but wait, it would depend. Are there any known QC issues with Lyle Kaiser?
No,
Not that I've heard of.
none,
Okay,
none whatsoever.
okay.
I've seen many people have this is also one of the rare times where I've gotten FOMO where like I was worried about missing out, and I'm a little bit saddened that I couldn't back this HasLab project.
Okay, so if there are no QC issues with this, then clearly Hasbro actually spent the time to let it cook. Therefore, I'm setting aside any biases because the only HasLab that I've owned is the Omega Prime, which I'm gesturing over there because I have got it in my bedroom. I'll have to concede and agree with you guys because I didn't back Lyle Kaiser, but purely because of the fact that everybody loves it and that there are, as of right now, no QC issues with it, then I guess it's deserving of the title of being the best Transformers HasLab.
Yep.
Yeah.
It deserves it because it's fucking fantastic. It's wonderful.
See, guys, that's how you be unbiased.
Like a lot of the HasLabs I've seen that I looked at, like the Unicron being the first one was either going to be a very much, is it going to be fantastic? Is it going to fail? It failed, and honestly, it deserved to fail, and it shouldn't have made it to production.
But of course, Hasbro decided to fucking bend the knee to a bunch of entitled little bitches.
Because it's not to say that the HasLab Unicron itself,
I'm trying to save up the money, even though I work a six-figure job.
like the HasLab Unicron itself is not a bad figure per se. It's what they're asking for what it does, and what it is a glorified shell former that at the time was like what, $700.
My son has appeared.
Oh,
He sees all the robots, and he is now. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
oh shit! He's packing heat.
Give me your dick.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me do it. Let me be the one to do it.
Okay.
Your dick.
What? What?
You can at least buy me dinner first.
Right?
What hang on. Wait. Hold on. Ed, you're not moving the figure.
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
No, hold on. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Let me explain. Okay.
Boy.
My other universe counterpart, one of them said, "Give me your face," and then the black version of him said, "Give me your butt." Okay, I fell down. Can you blame me?
Nah, give me your balls instead.
No, hold him back up and then just have him walk away. Just trust me on this. Just have him walk away.
Oh no.
Just
Got to. Fuck, man, I got distracted on my fucking rant about the HasLab Unicron.
sorry.
Mission accomplished.
No, I remember where I was at. It was like too expensive for a figure, too expensive for what it is, and ended up being. And the only thing that it had going for it was, oh hey, this is the largest transforming figure to ever. Okay, still being $575 US. Well, hang on. It being $575 depended upon if you were able to back it initially. And a lot of people, even back in 2019, that is still a major ask out of a lot of people. It going to 700 happened whenever people couldn't back it the initial round, and Hasbro had to extend it, and a bunch of online shops like Big Bad Toy Store, TF Source, and well, 575 because of the size. Like, I don't. What's weird with why you say it's only that much because of the size? Hasbro had the chance to properly allocate the budget for the perfect Unicron, and they squandered it. Like, the initial asking of $575 would have been reasonable if it did more than be a 20-pound paperweight that needed medical support to stand.
Medical support.
Like, every single Titan that we've gotten, the only really weak Titan that I can say that we've gotten ever since War for Cybertron has been the Ark. 100% the Ark is the weakest Titan of every single Titan of the past.
Really? I love the Ark.
It's more comparing the quality of the Ark to the other Titans that we have. JJ, I'm more referring. That's not my point. It's great that you don't need to stand, but there are people who do need it to have the stand. And it's because of the sheer weight of the plastic on itself. Like the HasLab Unicron being the one HasLab I think deserved to fail, but didn't. because they couldn't take the first failure, because then that means we wouldn't have HasLab, right? Like, if the first one failed, then why would they do any more? Corporate gave them a second chance, and they only succeeded because sites like Big Bad Toy Store and TF Source decided to take a risk and open up pre-order slots through them.
Yeah, and I feel like if that didn't succeed, even if HasLab still continued on to be a thing, we very likely wouldn't have gotten any more Transformers HasLab stuff. Like, I feel like, in fact, here's a good example of something of a HasLab that failed, and I don't think Hasbro will ever attempt ever again. The HasLab third sister, the lightsaber, that Inquisitor from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
Yeah, that one was cool as fuck looking.
Yeah,
I'm not
cool.
I'm not a Star Wars guy, but that looks cool as fuck.
Like, I love Star Wars, and even though I feel like Reva's character, she could have been written better. That's all I'm going to go on the matter. Like, I feel like the series, the quality of the writing for some characters, plot points, whatever in the series aside, that is a dope ass lightsaber. I would have backed it if I had the kind of income then that I do now. Unfortunately, I didn't, and because a lot of people hated like the character and the series and the lightsaber, it failed. So literally 4 years later, we the only Star Wars anything that Hasbro's ever done for HasLab are just Star Wars vintage series, whatever, figures and ships, because that's the only thing that basically guarantees that'll sell.
Hey, JJ, if the HasLab Unicron failed and we wouldn't have gotten any of the Japanese Transformers, explain the Galaxy Upgrade Optimus that we got in the main line.
No, we're not supposed to see it.
And then also every other, because all of these toy lines, they're planned years in advance, right? Like, they're planned way ahead of time, farther than even we can think, farther than maybe even the leakers can get access to. It's just what they're more worried about putting up for the following year, right?
So I can actually explain Galaxy Upgrade very, very easily. See, around about that time, IDW still had the rights to the Transformers comics.
Right.
So, and if you remember in the IDW comics, Prime in that didn't have his Siege body. He had the Cybertron looking one.
Yeah. I know that much about that continuity, at least.
The reason why they released that toy wasn't just because they felt they needed to do it as a Cybertron reference. They released that toy because the original plan in the comics was to have him take on that form in the comics.
It just happened to look similar to that one.
Exactly.
Okay.
So no, it was never meant to be Cybertron Optimus under any circumstance.
It still draws inspiration from the Japanese side, though.
Not really.
Now,
yeah, we can. If you want to make the argument that technically Cybertron came from Japan, then yeah, at that point I can see your argument. But realistically speaking, no. We cannot sit there and say, "Oh, Galaxy Upgrade is how we're starting to trickle into the Japanese continuity." No, that's not even remotely true.
That's not what I was. That's not what I was getting at. Is it's toy lines are planned way ahead of time, like even farther than leakers can have access to. Like, a lot of what leakers get access to ends up being what gets released from like very held close to the chest, gets put out to factories and design engineers to say, hey, this is what we want for the following year, do this. That gets leaked out, and that's how our lists come to be.
I mean, hey, however they choose to do it, it has to be
right. It still ended up resembling very heavily the Cybertron Optimus. And yes, JJ, you're correct. The only way to get a good, proper version of that is going to be getting a commander form. What I am saying is, if the first HasLab failed, we still would have gotten JG1 Transformers. It just might not have been. We might not just have the HasLab stuff. It just a lot of the bigger stuff that had to be HasLab funded for one reason or another would have just been released at like Commander or Titan price, but more compromised.
And one thing I wanted to add is that I never knew that the Galaxy Upgrade Optimus Prime was actually supposed to be IDW. I genuinely thought it was supposed to be Cybertron Optimus Prime. And even though at the time I had not seen Transformer Cybertron, I still loved his design in that series. So I bought it.
I still had memories from childhood about Cybertron when I bought it. So like whenever I grabbed him off of the shelf, it was like a big thing coming back into my mind from childhood for the opening theme for Cybertron. But
yeah, so I got the DNA design upgrade kit for that figure, and I think it looks way better now with the upgrade kit. And Commander of Stars, yeah, like the first version was a dumpster fire, but the metallic version, they fixed all the QC issues with it. So
yeah,
I'm happy to have that in my collection.
Yeah, but like my whole point though is you start creeping up into, because all of the HasLabs have been at least post Unicron for Transformers specifically. They've all been like what, sub $400, right? Right? Or around $400.
I can't remember.
I'm trying to remember because I know Unicron was the most expensive one that they've done.
Yeah, I think he was like almost $600 before sales tax.
Yeah, JJ said he was JJ probably looked it up off of like TF Wiki, but like $575 before sales tax is still a colossal asking price.
Yeah.
Like that's more what I'm getting at is like there comes a point where you ask a certain price for a crowd-funded campaign.
We weren't the ones that wanted Unicron. Hasbro wanted Unicron. They just wanted us to think we wanted it.
They wanted us to want it.
Like, I still want a Unicron. I did not want that fucking HasLab Unicron.
As nice as it was, I wanted to back it, but I didn't have the funds to justify it.
At the time, whenever like I barely had the funds to back it whenever it was released, but I looked at it and I'm very happy I didn't back it. The only thing I regret not doing is buying the Studio Cell version of Unicron, but now we're getting a Unicron Soldier within the next year, and then there's also a company releasing what looks like an underscale knockoff of the Armada Unicron.
Which I want to get that figure.
I do too. I already bought there was like a weird random Primus looking figure that popped up on Amazon. I bought that and I like it a lot. So if I could just get the Unicron to pair with it, I'll be very happy because I don't need Unicron to be fucking my height or, 3 feet tall to fit in my collection because scale for G1 doesn't matter. Just give me a good toy.
Yeah, as of right now, I'm happy with my Unicron I have up there, which is I have the repaint retool of the Armada Unicron that came out for the 25th. I think it's the 25th anniversary of the movie.
I think that was also why I was very apprehensive about trying to back that Unicron because they've done Unicron before, but between Armada, the 25th anniversary of the movie, and then to the point where they did that Unicron, we didn't really have many offerings that would have fitted a lot of collections. But now we're at the point where basically whatever you can make look like Unicron and sit like Unicron, it'll work.
Now, there's murmurs. There's like murmurs online of the next Transformers HasLab being a Primus. So, bearing in mind how the economy currently is,
I promise you, with the way they have to price that thing, it's going to fail.
I want the first Unicron to fail. If it's Primus, I want it to fail. Please fucking fail that Primus if it does.
I think for me, it would depend on what it does, and if they can find a way to make it look and be good, but also not make it like hurt their wallet too much, I might back it. But again, that all depends on if it is in fact, Primus. But honestly, what I would want to be the next Transformers HasLab, I want a modernized rail racer.
No, see that I can actually back up. I would rather have Rail Racer. I would rather have Road Caesar. I would much rather have Landcross. If they do Primus, I like whether it passes or fails. It don't matter to me because I'm skipping it outright.
Yeah, like
and
if the next
that's keeping in mind. Me skipping Primus has absolutely nothing to do with what the price is going to be. No. Me skipping Primus is literally a case of I don't have a need for a Primus. Just like how, as of right now, I really don't have a need for Unicron.
Yeah. And honestly, I've got a Primus as well. I got the Toys R Us exclusive Redecker that came out 9 years ago. And yeah, like unless they're gonna make something maybe a little taller than that, and basically have it be Cybertron Primus, be the new HasLab. I mean, hey, I might back it, but again, it also would depend on the price, how much they're asking for it, how big it is, the bells and whistles it comes with. Which even if it has all the bells and whistles that make me utter my signature phrase, "Ooh, I think I need." Oh, well, Bruno from MMPR Toys' signature phrase, "I think I need that." At the same time, if it's going to be like the size of a kindergartner, where would I put it? Like, let's say I decide to get it and get rid of my Primus I have up there. Here's my question: would it be too big to fit up on that shelf? I literally, when I set these shelves up, I had in mind the max height of Primus and Unicron up there, because I want to make sure that there's enough room for them to go up there, and that there's no risk of them just scraping against the ceiling when I take them off. So, what the fuck am I going to do if I have a Primus that's like way too big to fit up there?
Yeah, that's the other issue that we get with like HasLab Unicron. Like, yeah, it's impressive. It was a 3 foot tall Unicron, but
yeah,
what else was it? Like its transformation, I watched it through like several different people doing it, and it looked miserable to do. To those who have fun with it, like, yeah, more power to you, but like
Wait, which one?
The HasLab Unicron.
Oh yeah, no, fuck that thing.
Yeah, that thing looked fucking miserable to go from robot to planet mode.
Yeah.
Like I want like the fact that you needed the stand to help you transform it for certain sections, and if you didn't need it to transform it, like, cool, that's great. There's a lot of people who had it that actively needed the stand. And still, the result of that HasLab was just a very, very mediocre, very overpriced Unicron.
And that's putting it lightly.
Yeah. Like, I really wanted to support it because like, way back, like, I got back into the Transformers in, like, 2017. So I was very excited to, like, pay whatever price I had to for certain toys, and then, adult life also kind of hit me in the face, because when I got back into the Transformers, I was also in the military. So it was like, cool, I got to be responsible with my money.
Oh, And for me, another factor that went into why I didn't. Okay, the following factors to why I didn't back it are the following: one, the funds; two,
Yeah.
like I was honestly kind of content with my Unicron I have up there. Secondly, even if I was still in my old apartment, which the ceilings are noticeably higher than the ceiling like in my current apartment. Hence why for the longest time I had Metroplex sitting down, like when I had him displayed. Yeah, like there's no way. Like where would I put him? He would be way too big, even for my slightly higher ceiling in my old apartment. So like, where would I put him in this current apartment?
Oh, who dare? Who here? Who?
Hi, it's your host here.
Yes.
Hello there.
So there are a few things that I want to address here real quick.
All right.
Like previously stated, I have zero need for a Primus and I have zero need for a Unicron. Howsoever, if for whatever reason I decided I did want one for my shelf and did want a set of them to represent a display of some type that I am creating, cool. Why the fuck would I spend $500 or $800 fucking dollars on a very, very big ass Unicron that I very much so could end up needing to use a stand to keep him upright when I can literally just take that same amount of money that I would have spent just on Unicron and spend a fraction of it getting hands on the older versions of both of them,
Yeah.
where it guarantees me a solid product right out the fucking gate. I don't need them to be these big one-to-one renditions of their original depictions. I don't. I really don't. I just need them represented. That's it. Because, like, here's the thing. I'm going to go into a topic that I know for a fact scares away a lot of people whenever it is brought up, especially amongst us Transformers people, because the fucking moment this is brought up in any way, shape, or form, especially if you bring it up to people who swear up and down that they are right, it's the fucking scale. Let's be 100% real with ourselves, right? You want a quote-unquote scale-accurate Primus and Unicron. Okay, cool. Have fun trying to figure out a way to display two different figures that stand at minimum 8 feet tall. Because that's the closest you are ever going to get. In fact, I will stand on business when I say that is the only way you will get a scale-accurate Unicron and a scale-accurate Primus. With how much we are sitting here and we are saying that we are sticklers for the scale, that only works if you are willing to make sacrifices on some of those characters. Because let's be 100% for real. The Titan class stuff, as nice and pretty as they are, being 100% real for just a moment, even for the sake of Titan class, Metroplex is too small. Even with the power of Titan scale. Stripticon is too small. Fort Max is too small. You get what I'm saying? Realistically, if we want them to be scale accurate to everything that we have, they need to be 4 feet tall. Who the fuck here is gonna pay the money for 4 foot tall fucking Hasbro Metroplex? Not a single fucking soul here. Anybody who did spend the money, that type of money, to have a Metroplex that is that big, guess what? They have that 1,000+ third party one. And guess what? That thing has been coming back with fucking reports that are flat out stating the size you're asking for is not feasibly possible without some serious design cues that are absolutely necessary to keep the thing together. You can't even have this giant ass Metroplex in the one mode that fucking matters for your display. He can't be in his robot mode without his fucking hips shattering. So at the end of the day, with how much, and again, this is only really towards people where they are big sticklers about this bullshit. I'm not saying that it's anybody in here specific. I'm saying across the fucking board. If you want to sit here and argue scale with me, that's cool. I'll go bar for bar with you on how tall Prime needs to be in comparison to Megatron. But if you start trying to tell me that the Titan class is the perfect size for Metroplex and all them, look at the fucking scale charts again, and then try and fucking say that shit to me again. I will slap the fucking shit out of you. We have convinced ourselves that we want these bigger figures. We just got the fucking confirmation on multiple ends. We cannot get bigger than Titan class without running into some serious fucking issues. So while yes, I do see why other people still chase it, and to this day will refuse to buy a Trypticon or refuse to buy a Metroplex unless it stands 4 feet tall. I get it. I understand it. I don't agree with it, but I get it. At the end of the day, though, we need to just accept the fact that the moment we start getting the characters like Unicron and Primus, we need to just accept the fact that we cannot have them being absolute behemoths. Because that is a space issue, it's a size issue, and it is a structural stability issue. Because while, yes, it's not nearly as common, in fact, I don't think any of you have heard of any of the issues, but I pay a lot of attention. I talk to a lot of people. There are some people where their Unicrons fucking broke at the ankles. Why? Because they didn't have their stand in place. So yeah, if you need to use the stand, use it. And again, if you're one of those people where you got your hands on Unicron and you're happy with them, I'm happy for you. But bro, I'm not about to sit here and argue back and forth with your ass all because you want to sit there and fucking lay claim to something that clearly just isn't true. That being that the most scale accurate or the most accurate version of Unicron we're ever going to get is the HasLab. No, it's not. Because by your own logic and your own admission, he's too small. And plus, like I said, if you don't want to pay the money for something like Unicron, thankfully we live in the modern age. We have plenty of options for Unicron. My personal recommendation to anybody, and I'm just being 100% real when I say some people are going to get mad at me with what I'm about to say. But if you want a genuine article Unicron that is going to do everything you need him to do, and I genuinely mean need him to do, not what you want him to do, what you need him to do. If you want a Unicron like that, the only answer I can give to you right now is the 01 Studio Cell. That is the only one where it does everything you need him to do, especially if you're only aiming to display it in the robot mode. That is the Unicron that you very much so need to go after. Is it as big as the HasLab? No, nowhere near. But does it look better? Yeah, 1,000% it looks better.
Yeah, and
Does it feel better? Yes, absolutely it does. And the few things that do break on the on the 01 Studio Cell, which yes, unfortunately this does have breakage issues. But let me ask you this: what would you rather have snap on you? A couple of clips that hold his spikes, or an entire fucking ankle? Between the two, what's your fucking pick?
yeah, but like also, Whiskey does bring up a good point. A scale accurate Unicron of Primus. For those to be scale accurate and accurate, they would have to be
Divorce class.
yeah.
They would have to be divorce class.
Yeah, the fourth class, the size of a house or a mansion, depending on the continuity.
And not put it lightly, like yeah, you got a solid ass fucking point.
Please, god damn it. Oh, but yeah, no. Like, demanding size, scale, and accuracy, like, no. We cannot physically have all three in this franchise. As lovely as it would be, this is your discretion, BC. This is up to you, man.
I'm assuming you're referring to whiskey.
Yes, this is at your discretion.
Whiskey, send me a DM.
I'm not gonna say yes without everybody here being okay, but you're leading the show, so it's all up to you.
Well, like I said, I told him DM me, and we'll get him set up.
Yeah.
So as soon as that Instagram DM hits, I'll send it his way.
I don't think Whiskey follows me on Instagram, actually.
There we go. Gave him a second, and he should be popping right in. Rotisserie chicken. I'm stealing.
Wait.
He just called me rotisserie chicken. I am so stealing that.
That is a hell of a nickname.
That is hysterical.
Chicken? Dude, this is the knockoff of the scrapyard. You can't be Chimkin Carno. Oh. Bacon? There you go. Bacon? What's that?
Yo, Whiskey, what up?
Hey, what's up?
It's all my whiskey.
I was just reorganizing my entire room.
I see that.
No, man. What y'all calling now?
Where you already heard us all talking about the whole Unicron debacle and how we wanted the first HasLab to fail, but it didn't, and it didn't.
I heard something about a scale accurate unicorn and penis. I mean Primus.
A scale accurate Primus.
Yeah.
But getting scale accurate Unicron and Primus is actually impossible.
That's a mansion, my nigga. I mean, unless you got Mr. Beast on the line. Other than that, gang, I ain't gonna lie. Like, Loki kind of implausible. But as I'm the type of guy to not really think that anything is impossible, I like to believe that could happen. Would there be some flaws? Probably, yeah. Something might snap, break, tumble all over you. I mean, we're talking about like a figure that's almost the size of the damn Sears Tower, by the way, if you want to do a Studio Series scale accurate type of shit. Because by the way, you got where is this at? I'm custom painting this figure, by the way. But like you got something like this, and at first I was like, okay, you would have a Unicron the size of a house. But then I realized this nigga is like this isn't even like big enough to cover up the United States. This house that I'm in right now, it wouldn't even be big enough to cover up an accurate United States for this figure to even live in. So I'm saying not even a mansion, okay? Not even like a whole town. I'm saying like New York size scale of an Earth, something like that. Which I'm not gonna lie, now since I'm saying that out loud, that is kind of impossible.
Yeah, like a lot of people who want a transformer who is intended to be a whole planet. They want that to be scale accurate. Like, no, it's not happening.
Nigga, I'm gonna just need you to have your brain go into like the last night type of mode and just pretend that the Earth is Unicron or something. That's the best I can give it to you. Like, I'm not gonna lie, you was not gonna get a whole Studio Series figure the size of New York City. Okay, like I'm not gonna lie.
Like that's also the other thing too. Like a lot of things, like we've talked about, like the fans being entitled and we expect too much, and like another thing that goes along with that, with like our entitlement as fans, that it like being physically impossible is certain things just cannot be done.
Right.
Like the only thing I ever want from Hasbro is give me a decent Unicron toy and give me a decent Primus toy, and I am very happy. It doesn't have to be, my height and take a billion steps to transform, because it just has to be a good toy. I don't care if it's an 8-inch tall figure with 60 steps. Just give me a good toy.
Look at this. Look at this, by the way. Custom
The
paint.
right. Oh, is that the official Rise of the Beast? Oh wait, the hand.
It is the official Rise of the Beast. I custom painted the hands, these little flaps right here.
You covered up the silver that was on the chest with more red.
I see.
Yep. And also I painted this part right here with like a chrome silver, and I even did that with the grill piece as well. It's also a chrome silver. Even painted the white lines, and guess what? You're gonna fucking love this. Guess what, bro? Dude, you know how like in his truck mode, the white line goes like right here, and then it just goes up. I made it to where it's just a completely straight line.
Nice.
I know, bro. It's freaking smexical. Holy shit! Like, dude, I love it.
Yeah, man. I'm going to go ahead and close off this part of the conversation.
Yeah, go ahead.
To scale accuracy and that. And I'm gonna go back to, because one of the reasons why I stand 10 toes down when I say, yeah, no, we're going to get scale accurate versions of the Titans either, is because unfortunately the ones we do have, realistically, every single time we see them on media, to the Decepticons underneath, like it's too tiny. However, in actual physical real life, they, at that point, the Autobots and Decepticons that they are supposed to be towering over, while yes, they do technically still tower over them, you're seeing the fucking issue here, right? Like, once you really start putting them with those Titans, all of a sudden those Titans seem way too small. So that's where I'm going to point something that Bobby Skullface said, because for years I wasn't sure if he was thinking probably right for a while. I just kind of rolled with it, because like the more you tried to explain it to yourself, it didn't make any sense. I get it now. Scale is in the eye of the beholder. Like, I finally understand why he said that and why he believes it. Scale 100% is in the eye of the beholder. If you feel that the Haslab Unicron is scale accurate, good job. You have your scale accurate Unicron. If you feel the Armada mold is the better one for the sake of scale, buddy, you win. At this point, if we're going to sit here and really start holding the scale to a higher power and act like the scale is the only thing that genuinely matters, well, I hate to break it to y'all, but a lot of these figures really don't have that same fucking luxury.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, the Titans, too small. And then technically, some could argue that the figures they are supposed to go with, you could argue, but again, scale is in the eye of the beholder, which is why, for the sake of my displays, the standard Titans that we've gotten for all of like the city formers and all that right now, scale wise, for me they're perfect. Because they're big, they're imposing, and they match the intimidating size that they do need to be. And anywhere near my figure 20 plus. That said, Unicron and Primus, I'm perfectly content without them because I'm sticking to the HasLabs type of one of them. It's literally a case of I can respect what they are, but I don't feel the need to represent them. And that is ultimately where I'm going to segue into what I'm going to bring up next. And this is something where, let's face it, I've actually got one person in here who can testify that I know what the fuck I'm talking about when I say this.
Yeah.
Y'all, when it comes to displaying your shit, I'm gonna be real with y'all. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. Like, I'm just being real. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. And what I mean by that is, how much do you guys spend on your stuff? Like, just problem number. How much do you spend on a single wave of Transformers? Go.
A single wave, typically, if it's like a beginning of the year wave, I'll scoop up the whole wave. Throughout the year, it depends on what I want or what's coming out.
For me, the thing about when I'm buying something from a specific wave, I only buy figures that are from a continuity that I actually watched and familiar with. One being, of course, Bayformers, G1, Bumblebee movie, and like, of course, fucking Rise of Mr. Beast. And other than that, though, if there is a Soundwave figure that comes out, I am Soundwave's #1 glazer, I would get a Soundwave figure as well. I literally got a Soundwave figure from, what was it, is that the Netflix series? I don't really remember, but all I know is that I never watched the Netflix series because I heard that it sucks balls. Just like me. I'm just playing. But,
here's my point. Here's the point of the question. How much money have you sunk into a single part of your display shelves? Again, just give me a number. Just looking at everything, and that's keeping in mind you paid for everything at the retail price.
oh, well, because some of these figures I didn't pay for retail.
And that's fine, but just looking at everything that you have on your shelf,
Okay.
how much money can you estimate went into one shelf?
Oh, went into one shelf. Okay.
went into one. Oh, okay, I
One
understand.
shelf. Matter of fact, hold on. Let's turn my fucking. I'm not using the camera that I plugged. God damn it! Nick. That just ruined my whole aura. Hold on.
We don't talk about how much I can fit onto one shelf price wise. Actually, looking at some things.
So this is like ignore the boxes, please.
I'm just asking for a number.
All right.
I'm gonna throw out a number. I'm gonna say about 500.
Okay. $500 on your shelf. Here's the next part of that question.
Yes.
How do you currently have them standing on that shelf?
How many figure? There's.
No. How are they standing up there? Are they standing shoulder to shoulder, looking straight forward, looking like a bunch of fucking workers trying to clock in for work?
They're shoulder to shoulder.
Please, do you have yourself standing there, shoulder to shoulder?
Okay.
What?
Yeah. Wait.
If you have your figure standing shoulder.
There are too many people talking and like too much interference. So repeat what you said, please.
Do you have your figures standing shoulder to shoulder?
Back there, definitely, because I want to make sure I have enough room for to add more figures.
Okay.
Mine majority of them no.
Okay, so then here's where I'm going to step in and I'm going to tell y'all something. What if I told you guys that if you're jam-packing shit into a shelf, you're not doing your display any fucking favors? Like, yeah, I can definitely understand for the sake of space why you would want to do something like just put them in and then forget it. But like, listen to what Acer said. When he just threw a number out there, he spent $500 in nothing but action figures for a single fucking shelf. And if he spent that type of money for the sake of one display shelf, here's my question: why the fuck is it just standing there, looking like they're all miserable ass fucking warehouse workers clocking in for work every single goddamn day?
Looking like they finna fucking to work with just weapons in their hand.
So, like, I'm not saying this to be offensive towards anybody, but what I am saying is if you're going to spend the fucking money on these, use the fucking articulation that they come with. Like, with how much we fans complained about the articulation for the longest time, I see a lot of people throwing fucking fit if a specific figure does not have a waist joint. Yet when they have it on the fucking shelf, they're not fucking posing any of their figures. So why the fuck are you bitching about the fucking articulation when you're not even fucking using it?
Like, at least whenever I say that I've spent an X amount of money on a shelf, it's because I've played with the figure on my desk for at least a week or so straight before I put it on the shelf to make room for another one coming in. But it still sucks that, like, a display shelf gets fucking relegated down to just that. It's just a display shelf. Yeah. Even if I try to give attention to very old figures, it's still like, why am I going to give attention to a figure whenever there's a newer one that comes out that's much better, much cleaner? But,
My point is, if you're going to be spending the money on these figures, you gotta treat the display like you actually care about these fucking things. And what I mean by that, Bean has seen my shelves, so he can testify. What I'm saying, I'm not spewing bullshit. I'm giving you guys the cold hard facts and the cold hard truth.
Cold hard.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Because Bees is my testimony to this. I put a lot of time and effort into my displays. Because I spend a lot of money on these fucking figures. So when I'm sitting here going back and forth trying to figure out whether or not I want something on the shelf, like, yeah, I definitely do see why a lot of people have gotten really with me specifically over the fact that I fucking despise Legacy DevCon. Wanna know why I fucking despise him? It's not strictly just because he's a boring action figure. I'm not dogging on him because his articulation is ass. His articulation, for the most part, is fine. My problem with him is for what I'm doing for my shelves, he doesn't fucking display well. He looks fucking stupid amongst everything else. He does not look like he has any of the thought and polish and finish that everything else around him has. So at that point, if I'm going to sit here and criticize this fucking toy because it's not doing what I need it to do, then guess fucking what? It's not doing what I need it to fucking do. So at the end of the day, am I sacrificing some level of aesthetics for the sake of a better figure? Yes. Is my display going to thank me for it in the end? Absolutely. The only reason I have not gotten rid of that DevCon yet is because, unfortunately, the one I want is going to cost me $90 fucking dollars.
Damn.
So with that stated, and again, obviously everybody has their own collecting need and their own collecting way.
Oh.
But for the love of Christ, with how much you're spending to put these things on shelves and have them look the way they do, it drives me back. Because if they literally just look at a bunch of things just lined up against a fucking wall, at that point, it doesn't look like you care. It doesn't look like you like these things. They look more like you're putting them up like that because you're obligated to. Whereas if you walk into a display where people have the dioramas up, the figures are in poses, they're not like packed in there, and you can actually see what everything is doing and what's going on the fucking display. Like, if the display itself is telling a story, it really reflects back on the collector. And when I finally came to that realization myself, yeah, I started overhauling the fuck out of my shelf. I used to be that person where I was constantly just putting shit up on a shelf and just kind of let them look like a bunch of fucking mindless drone clocking in for fucking work. But now, and again, I'm going to keep saying it, Bees has seen my work. He's seen what I'm capable of. Hey, some of the most mediocre fucking figures on the face of this planet, if they got just enough articulation for me to work with something, bet your ass I will make that mediocre ass figure look like a work of art on a fucking shelf. Yes.
And one thing I wanted to add is that, like, the one time that you'd stay the night at my place, like when you were like going through Texas, like seeing my collection, at least at that point in time, like 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago at that point. You said that you told me that my how I had my figures displayed actually wasn't as bad as you had thought it was based on what you were able to see on your end, on video screens and all that. And honestly, one thing that I prioritize when it comes to displaying my figures is making sure that I have plenty of space for new figures to be added, which honestly, I feel like there's like a little bit of space on my season 1 Autobot shelf that I'm not very creative when it comes to poses. So I feel like maybe you might be able to come up with something. And I did what I could for the Decepticons season 1 Decepticon shelf, but again, like, okay, so like the season 1 Autobot and Decepticon shelves, I've got the entire cast. So what little space I have, I can figure something like maybe we can figure something out with the Autobots, but the Decepticons over there, I have the Rainmakers displayed. You have with their null rays and everything. That's the extent of what I can do, and what I've been able to do with them. But otherwise, yeah, I'm just literally prioritizing being able to add more to it. Like as I get more figures to add to the season 1 Autobots, season 2 Autobots, season 3 Autobots, and frankly, yeah, I hope I'm hoping that we don't have any more like season 3 Autobots that we need, because yeah, I've got like no room left.
Yeah, like the only thing holding my shelves back from looking.
I've got no room left for the season 4/JG1, the Decepticon shelf. I've got almost no space left on the movie/season 3 Decepticon shelf. I've got way too much space on the season 2 Decepticon shelf over here. In fact, I decided to fill up so much of that empty space with a little recreation of the fight between Optimus and Megatron from the movie. Complete with the old SS-86 Hot Rod being held hostage by Megatron.
So, like, the only reason why the only reason I gave the number I did is because, like, I sat there, quickly calculated the number for how much it cost me to buy each figure individually and all the other stuff. Was just the type of shelf I have them on. And I want to do my displays justice and make them look a lot better. It's just going to take me a fuckload of time. Just because I have to consider for what I want to do for shelving, it's going to be like material, labor, and parts. A bunch of other stuff I'm going to have to do.
Give me the keys to the collection and I'll make it work.
Yeah, if you got a hold of my collection, had the shelving that you saw my shelving, you could make it work better than what I have, because part of why my shelves end up looking the way they do is I end up moving stuff around and certain stuff ends up in the wrong spot, or it just doesn't end up going back how it needs to go.
Yeah, and one thing that I do to make them look a lot less stiff, I mean, yeah, they're all standing shoulder to shoulder, but what I try to do that I have, instead of having them like stand like this, I have the legs spread just a wee bit and the arm just spaced out a little bit, so they're like,
there's a little bit of spacing between them to make them look more natural.
Yeah, to make it look a bit more natural, exactly.
I agree with what y'all saying, because just that post that he just did, that's literally like some of my favorites. Like I just see the Bumblebee, just the Rise of the Beast Bumblebee, making that same pose he just did with his sword and blaster, looking at me. Quit fucking looking at me, nigga.
Lord.
But other than that, though, yeah, because like I would be trying to like pose them and like saying them in certain places, but like number one though, my shelf is fucking too damn, well, not too small, but it's just not really big enough. Like, you know, like how like a black girl in Atlanta would like date a nigga, but like his penis is too small and he needs something bigger. That's with me.
What?
And like,
hold on a minute. Hang on. That analogy might become a little bit too much for this stream.
Yeah, like the moment I heard you say,
hold on. We gotta stop him before he gets too far.
Okay, fine. Okay, a better analogy.
Oh Lord!
How about this? Better yet, no analogy at all. It's just that I need a bigger shelf, and I do know how to pose, though. Like some of them are actually like posing quite. No, the fuck they're not.
Guys, BC's trying to say something.
Yeah, let Papa talk.
So, what the fuck was said? Because I had to go check on my kid.
There's some words that, as a white guy, I can't repeat. But he brought up brought up penises. I'm like, whoa, what the?
Okay, yeah. See, no. We not doing that here.
Yeah, that's why I stopped. I was like, hold on, this sounds way too far, even for a
Even for the scrapyard.
Yeah, yeah. Like I know I made a couple off color comments, but sometimes we gotta know when to reel it in.
Yeah, we gotta know when to reel that bitch in.
Well, we're still early Synthen Lounge, so we're still learning. So
Okay. Anyways, though, but I do need a bigger shelf though.
yeah, I mean, everybody could always stand a bigger shelf. It's just it depends on. So the whole thing with like the shelf that somebody needs depends upon their collection and the space they have that they can extend to their collection. Like me, the only reason why my collection looks the way it does is simply just because I haven't optimized the use of space. Otherwise, the room that I'm in is going to be optimal until I decide to dip my toe into every single fucking franchise Transformers has to offer. At that point, then I got to be a bit more careful about what I want.
Yeah, I used to have these like a plastic shelving units that you get like in the it's like with the Walmarts that I've gone to. I don't know if all the other Walmarts have the same layout, but like basically it's basically neighboring the toy department. I used to use those for the longest time, but and like what I love about them is that you can make them as tall or as short as you want them to be. But as I was like starting to run out of room, and because my tastes and preferences have changed, especially with my living room setup, I decided to get these black bookcases off of Amazon, and I these floating shelves that I have here, like down here, I love them. They like you can like have them like set up by themselves or have them like set up side by side to like make it be one long shelf. That's what I personally recommend and what I've been using. And honestly, when I got these bookcases, they don't take as much outward space as my plastic shelving units that I used did. So I have a bit more of wall over here, and I can actually display Metroplex standing up instead of sitting down. And yeah, like I actually have a couple of extra shelves to put stuff on, unlike the shelving units I've been using. So I recommend those.
Yo, you might have just given me an idea that I need to start remeasuring everything.
Yeah, that's definitely important too. Like I literally, when I was shopping for bookcases or for these bookshelves, I measured how big the shelving units I used were in comparison to the space I have over here. Yeah, and it worked out in the end.
No, not just that. I gotta go buy a fucking bigger circular saw. I mean, I gotta go buy a bigger one anyways, but fuck. Now I have to go buy a bigger one.
And one other thing I decided to do is like I wanted to make sure that I was able to put the floating shelf between these bookcases. That's where I plan on putting most of my bigger figures, like the God and Satan themselves, then other Titans and combiners that I have, all the way down there. Yeah, a few episodes ago, I showed off the whole setup that I have back there. So if anybody's curious, I don't remember the episode off the top of my head, but
37.
Huh?
Was that not it? No, it's just a guess. I'm sorry.
I don't.
No, that was like season 1. We're in season 2 of Scrapyard.
Yeah. That was a while ago, man.
So 39.
That's still season 1,
Brother.
It was sometime this past like maybe a month ago, 2 months tops ago. It was like my availability for Scrapyard varies depending on my work schedule. I work 4 days on, 4 days, and I'm off 4 days.
473. Part 2.
Huh? Whiskey, what? No, hold on.
What the hell is this? One Piece?
Whiskey, what number are you trying to come up with?
I don't know. I'm trying to guess the right one. Okay, fine.
The right one for what, though?
What is it, One Piece or Naruto?
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Final answer. 123, part 5.
That's somewhat closer, but at the same time.
Y'all.
Anyway,
Anyways.
Every season of Scrapyard is 100 episodes long.
Okay.
Oh,
Man.
92.
What?
I don't know.
okay, at this point, you're.
He's fucking with us. Anyways,
Yeah.
we gotta move on. Okay. All I know is that Bees gave me an idea to go and measure what I have for open space in the living room, and I have to talk to my girlfriend about this for what to allocate for figure space, because I know I also got hooked on Beast Wars way back when we first met.
W.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Oh, we do love David K in this household. We do love David K.
Yes.
But anyways,
Who couldn't?
as far as not doing our displays justice, though, I feel like 90% of people aren't doing their displays justice for one reason or another. I'm not doing them justice just because I've been feeling kind of cramped where I have to keep my figures. I haven't been quite able to, spread my wings in this house and put them where I want them to go. But that's also because whenever you move into a semi-permanent, or rather actual permanent, hopefully permanent, if I don't decide to sell the house, is what I'm getting at. Permanent, basically, is where am I going to put my stuff?
Ow! Ow! Ah! All right, I got it.
So, I mean, that's really been my biggest thing. Is like, I don't really have a permanent, quote unquote, way of displaying my figures without consulting somebody.
At the end of the day, the point I'm getting at is if you're going to spend the type of money that you are on these things, display them like they mean something. That's ultimately what I'm getting at.
Oh, I know. I just don't want to have to throw more figures in the bin than deserve it.
The usual, I don't have to do that. Anyway,
I'm hoping within the next year that I can actually have everything displayed how I want them to be, but that will take a fuck ton of planning and a fuck ton of trips to Home Depot or Lowe's.
anyways, hey Buki, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you hop into the Discord server real quick and pull up the one custom that you know for a fact you've seen I did? Just so we could show it off to people, so I can use it as my example for
Hang
that-
on.
Nope.
Am I about to get flipped on by BC? This is a dream come true.
Wait. Hold on. Can you tag me in that real quick? I'm trying to look through the channels individually and ping me in it.
It should be in it should be at the top of the Rebirth News and Updates channel.
Okay. Okay, I'm trying to figure out now. Where? There we go.
Okay.
Bro, Optimus Prime for president. I'm voting now.
Okay, is this it?
No, but that's one that's currently a work in progress.
Who's that?
This, everybody, What you are looking at, everybody. Oh, well, okay, all right, never mind. What you were looking at was the coming of Rebirth X-Prom.
Okay, that's why I was like, hey, just send it to me. You want me to show it? Because oh, come on,
I
where?
did tell you it was at the top of the fucking channel.
The very top? Are you sure?
Yes, I'm positive.
Okay.
That ain't it either. The one you're looking for is blue.
Abadi dabba die.
Right there. Yes, that one, right there.
Yes.
Holy balls. That's fire.
So this is what I'm using as my example point for the next topic at hand. Or at least the next thing we're gonna talk about for a little bit. How much this fandom has expanded to the point where we now are able to make figures of our own. Where, like, if there's a one specific character that we really, really want, but for whatever reason Hasbro are fucking cowards.
Seeing seeing a lot of your customs got me really inspired to want to get back into making customs past like battle damage, and why I wanted to go back and redo my Wasp custom.
Yeah, I especially really see that Wasp.
Because initially it was going to be based off of the Flame Toys Fury model Bumblebee kit, and it would have been so good looking, but it got lost in the apartment that I was living at when the fucking ceiling leaked and destroyed a lot of my model kits.
Yeah, that's right, bro.
I lost a lot more than just model kits whenever that happened, but I don't want to talk about that or think about that. So I'm hoping I can share an update on what I'm doing for Wasp whenever it happens.
Just let me know what mold you're planning to use, and I'll let you know if it's going to be peak or if you need to hit the drawing board.
I think I already told you what I wanted to use, and you didn't seem too enthused.
Wait, what? Oh, you blocky thing.
Yeah.
It was the blockies.
It was the classics Transformers 1 Bumblebee.
Oh. Okay, see, when you said classics, I'm sitting there like, does he mean the old classics dogs? Like, I don't remember.
No. The Blockies Classics class Bumblebee.
Yeah, now that I understand what the fuck you're saying, yeah, that's gonna be dope.
Like I'm sitting there, like I have to sit there and reconfigure in my mind what I'm gonna use, like what color of paint, where stuff is gonna go, what type of detail I want. Like I'm gonna be working on this for a while, and I'll happily share updates with you as they come.
Have y'all ever thought of like getting the blockies like TF1 Megatron and Optimus and making a Skybound Optimus with like Megatron's arm?
I've thought about it.
Is it possible?
It is, as long as they are in the same like kit class. As long as you buy like the classics Optimus and Megatron, it's possible.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's just up to like paint for you for like battle damage and stuff.
Yeah.
Also, real quick, when we're talking about customs, I want to show this off.
Ooh,
Ooh.
yo!
This was okay. I don't want to take the full credit because my college roommate, who was an art major, helped with some of the finer details. Okay, so this is actually the blue and black repaint of this mold that came out. That was the Walmart exclusive Strafe figure from the Age of Extinction toy line. And I was like, oh, I need that. I need a pterosaur for my vintage Beast Wars collection. And like,
wait, they released a Strafe using the original Beast Wars mold?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No. I mean, also, to be fair, whenever they did that, it was in, like, what, 2014?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wouldn't have known because I think I was a junior in high school and had a bunch of other stuff going on.
I was about to start my senior year of college. Why
Yeah, I was.
You have to make me feel old like that.
Oh, I'm about to be 20. I'm gonna be 28 come August, man. I feel old too. I feel you.
I'm 36.
We got Grandpa over here. Let's get him to the nursing home.
Bro, I'm the youngest.
I mean, I do got the grays here.
I'm the youngest.
I'm old. Anyway. Okay, so I got this figure, and the more I looked at it, I was like, you know what? Let's see if I can try my hand at customization. So I got some paint markers. I just assembled this as best as I could to my ability at the time. Painted everything red and silver that I needed to, and I believe I painted the beak as well. But because my hands are not as steady as they would, so therefore I didn't trust myself with the exact precision for, say, painting the eyes red. I went to my roommate, who, like I said, was an art major. He not only painted in the finer details like the red eyes and the green on the pterodactyl mode, the head. He also, he not only painted those in, but clear coated it.
Wow.
And also the blaster, like the weathering, I actually did that myself. I don't know how well it comes off on camera, but I literally just like painted silver and then like went over it with a Sharpie. Then I wiped it off with my fingers. Let's see how this looks, and just wipe it out. Oh, I just did weathering. I'm so proud of myself.
I'm proud of you, man.
This.
Man, I'm gonna have to show whatever customs I did in the scrapyard eventually.
Okay, so like the first time I showed this off, I didn't have a ring light over here to show off. Okay, so you notice the shade difference. Like he added shading. Literally went through the trouble of adding shading to it.
Damn. Bro, that's actually fucking fire, bro.
Okay, that is way too bright.
I think it was Cyberverse. The Cyberverse Deluxes got me into customizing just because I hated the fucking paint apps on every single Cyberverse Deluxe that came out for the first 2 seasons.
I'm not gonna lie, the way that I got into custom painting is that like I woke up one day and like I noticed, right? Because there was a time where I actually wanted to act like a child and play with my figures. Like I had a whole Cybertron battle. Megatron was fighting Optimus. And of course, Optimus was beating the shit out of Megatron. I mean, come on now. And like, I noticed, gee willikers, the what side am I forget, I'm left-handed. Left. The left side, the Autobot logo on Rise of the Beast Optimus, it's scratching off. And I see my friends, I seen like this video and I could send it. I don't know if I'm able to, but bro, I saw one of like these, oh my God, one of the best custom paints I've ever seen in my life of Bumblebee, Soundwave, and Rise of the Beast Optimus. And I was like, you know what? I'm tired of this, Grandpa. That's too bad. You keep digging. And I decided to I decided to go on Amazon. You keep digging. I decided to go on Amazon and buy like all of the shit that I need. I got the oh shit. Fuck. Oh damn it. Uh-oh. Fuck. Give me a second. Technical difficulties. Let's bring the carpenter real quick. All right, anyways, we're back. So I got Tamiya color acrylic paint. whatever the fuck it's called. But yeah, I got this. This is a chrome silver, and where the hell is the other one? Dark iron. I got the paint markers. I got the little paint brushes as well. And tomorrow, since for me it's like 1:25, I need to go to bed, but I'm not going to. Yeah, I ordered like weathering as well, to where I'm gonna paint it all over the figure, and it's gonna give it that type of rust type of look to it. And with the chrome silver, I'm gonna brush that on there to create battle like scars, scratches and everything, to make it look like it's in battle. And then ever since I just got these markers, paintbrushes, and like the actual like paint, chrome silver, whatever.
Wait, why is there just a big blue screen on the right side?
I'm trying to fix it and I can't figure out how.
Well, hi everyone. Oh, never mind.
And look at this. I ended up doing this with my Rise of the Beast figure.
Okay, I'll definitely remind me, BC, to send some of the customs I did. A lot of them were just the Cyberverse figures. Just I applied by hand paint apps to them.
Hold up. Acer, reshare your screen real quick. I'm gonna try and fix this real quick.
All right, let me.
Scalding Hornet. Am I saying your name right?
Scalding Hornet.
That's okay. It's actually Flaming Beast, but I changed my name literally because the joke was Synthen Lounge is a knockoff of the Energon Den, which is a knockoff of Scrapyard. So I was like,
Okay.
so let me change it.
Okay. There we go. I just
Saying
figured
that
it.
I'd done that.
Okay.
But I'm asking because do you have Bumblebee movie Soundwave?
I do.
Yes, dude. I literally did this custom of him to where he doesn't have the blue streak in the middle of his mask, and I made it to where like next to like the little visor lids, to where it actually shows black instead of like the rest of the mask, to where you can clearly see like kind of like his red eyes. He has like a perfect mask.
Let me grab mine so I can see what you're talking about.
All right.
Here he is.
Because like if you look at the figure, there was like a blue streak, like
Okay, I see what you're talking about.
in the middle of his ass. And I said in the middle of his ass. What the hell am I talking about? In the middle of his mask. I meant.
Wouldn't that be his butt crack?
Okay, look, buddy. I know that you glazed the fuck out of Soundwave, but I don't know. We might have to call Chris Hansen now.
Whoa.
I was gonna say that's like some kinky OnlyFans kind of crap there.
Why don't you have a seat over there?
Only bots.
Only bots.
They called you Chris Handsome, but I'm gonna call you Chris Handsome.
If you look like right, I can't really point it.
Chris Hansy.
If you look next to like his visor, it should be like silver. It's like a silver triangle, kind of like right next to his visor, like on both sides.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I decided to paint it black because in my Plinlin, it looks a lot better.
The Plinlin.
Like I'm not like listen, bro. I'm not gonna lie, personification. Like I'm actually getting into like this custom paint. Oh, hold on. I even did this with Blitzwing as well. To where
nice. The Blitzwing. Hold on, I see the purple accents you've added so far. Oh,
yep. And he kind of looks. As the more I was looking at him, I was like, "Holy shit! Did I just make reactivate Starscream into a live action?"
Point is, we more than have the capacity to outshine Hasbro in almost every single fucking way, but Hasbro literally almost demonizes us for it.
Bro, Hasbro's being scared. Like
scared.
The only way that Hasbro can ever outshine the fans is for them to release the mold of a character that is the exact mold that is necessary to make the character look as good as possible.
Exactly.
And then they happen to also make the paint scheme look very good too.
I even did this with Ravage.
Like all of the purple accents on that Ravage are phenomenal. Like, golly.
A fun fact about this. I'm sorry for interrupting, but like fun fact about this, I did this because I was like, wait a second. Hold on. Ravage is black, white, and purple. And then when I painted him, I was like, okay, this looks like Ravage now. Okay. Then I was looking at the G1.
There's a very good reason why for years why Takara was on top of the Transformers games. Like Takara, like Hasbro would release a figure, and then immediately after, Takara would release one in a way better color scheme, way better paint scheme of the exact same mold. And then, as of the War for Cybertron trilogy, Hasbro and Takara were fairly aligned on releases, with then Takara having limited releases that were much more accurate, much better painted releases. And then Takara just upended everything and said, fuck it, dramatic capture series. And a lot of stuff ended up looking very good compared to whatever offerings were out at the time.
Facts.
Like, even if it was like the like I'm like very lukewarm feeling towards the Earthrise Optimus, but I saw the Takara Dramatic Capture Series Optimus and I was like, oh, wait a minute. He looking like that. Oh, I didn't know your game.
Buki, I was unfamiliar with your game.
And then I saw it was the Earthrise and I was like, oh, they did the whole like butt lift on it. Like, god damn it.
So another custom that I had done was I took the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignition Power Morpher and made a Tommy Oliver Morpher.
Ooh.
Let me turn the light down a little bit because the gold paint doesn't come across very clearly. There we go. So
I actually got to see this custom up close and in person.
And BC, yeah, like he's not a fan of like how everything looks. He's not a fan of how the toys in general look, which I can respect that. But at the same time, the previous Power Morphers we've gotten from Hasbro and Bandai, respectively, are definitely are markedly better than this. But it's got a certain charm to it. Like I removed the belt clip in the back, so that way my adult hands can fit through the handle better. And I removed the plates. I put a couple of coats of glittery gold spray paint over it, and I got some new decals to put over it. And I got the Dragon Zord coin that you can only get with the Dragon Dagger. And yeah, I'm pretty proud. Oh, and then before I reassembled everything, I put clear coat over it. So yeah,
that still looks that looks official. Holy fuck.
Yeah, it does look good. I just don't care for the fact that, that's
that the Power Rangers toy rights are being passed around like hot potato.
Growing up, I liked Power Rangers. I don't. I'm gonna find out why I didn't care for like Power Rangers too much.
And yes, I actually did buy the Megazord twice. One of these is it's this one. This is the gift set version. I put the BD-15 of the decals and props label set on this one, and I put the Toy Hacks labels on this one. So I didn't know. I was like, you know what? They both look nice. Let's get the both label sets and put them on these. And I kind of like the Toy Hacks labels a little better.
I think I know what issue I have with the Power Rangers is I don't like the American handling of importing them.
I agree. I think.
Because like growing up, like Power Rangers was like a big part of my childhood, and there came a point where like, where you develop like sentiency and you start thinking for yourself, and you start thinking, like, why don't, how come the kids in my class don't like Power Rangers? But you're sitting there on a Saturday morning, like, oh my God, this is so cool. This is really cool to watch. This is epic. And a lot of it is just the way that American studios handle really anything Japanese unless they work hand in hand and the Japanese specify, hey, you can't change anything to make it kid friendly.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Like, I think a lot of it is like Super Sentai is really cool, really fun. Like, my favorite anime of all time is Gurren Lagann. Like, I have the Lagann skull flame tattoo on my forearm. Like, I love Sentai to a degree at least, but Power Rangers growing up was never my thing for whatever reason.
How dare you?
I'm sorry.
The two worst Power Ranger seasons, which people talk mad crap about Operation Overdrive, but I'm gonna remind people, Megaforce and Super Megaforce exist.
Yeah.
Those seasons were absolute dog water. Ghostager and Gokaiger were leaps and bounds better. Not just in terms of acting, but also storytelling. This is so much better. And just like one thing that I've always disliked about the Nickelodeon era or Neo Saban era of Power Rangers is that they seem to use just like pretty much the same voice actor for like all the villains. They're like, there's always one villain who sounds like this, and another who sounds like this. Ooh, and at least one who sounds like this.
And they always want to take over the world.
There's literally recycling those same four voices.
I think that could have been why, as I got older growing up, watching Power Rangers, is I didn't enjoy a lot of the villains because a lot of the English villains, at least when dubbed to English and they decided to redub a lot of stuff, I probably didn't care for. Because Power Rangers had such a good fucking chance to be so peak in the West. But then a lot of directors were like, hey, yeah, let's make this specifically for kids.
To be fair, though, what is appropriate for children in Japan is vastly different from what's appropriate for children here in the U.S.
Well, whenever you bring that up, it's like, I don't care what's appropriate for children in Japan. I mean, yeah, that does matter. Like, what do they think is appropriate for kids in Japan? But then they bring it over and they're like, oh, hey, the story concept you bring is very dark and sad. If they adjust the story concept itself to make it less depressing for kids in America, because for whatever reason, kids in America can't comprehend very sad, fucked up storylines.
See, it's super funny that he is saying all this. We can tell he has never watched Power Rangers in space.
I was not a Sentai kid, as you can tell.
And
I like Power Rangers very passively.
No. You clearly have not seen peak Power Rangers. You simply have not. You wouldn't be saying half the shit you're saying if you saw peak Power Rangers.
I think some of the best Power Rangers. I think some of the best Power Ranger seasons are the ones that basically almost word for word like adapted the Sentai season that it was from, like Wild Force or the Sentai counterpart Gao Ranger. Yeah, that was pretty much adapted like beat for beat.
That's actually a really, really bad example because that one is very much it only really hits a very specific audience. Like obviously, you and me, we love Wild Force. There's no denying that.
And then one thing I was going to bring up is that on the opposite end of this spectrum is that when Japan gets our American Transformers cartoons over there. Okay, so they basically turned Beast Wars into a fucking meme. Like all the characters who were absolute badasses, They turned them into complete simpletons.
Beast
Megatron, Beast Wars Megatron, who's like one of the best depictions of Megatron in Transformers history. They turned him into a cringy.
Wait, Beast, hang on. Are you talking about BBC? Before you give your go, hang on. Are we talking about David Kay's rendition of Megatron?
Yeah, in Japan, he screams like a little girl, and he is just an absolute. He's an absolute nincompoop.
Okay, in American Beast Wars, except for Beast Wars Second and Beast Wars Neo, BC, you're free.
And there's still a couple other things I wanted to bring up, but I'll let BC. Like, are we shifting to another topic?
No,
Largely similar.
Okay, I'll let. Yeah.
I was sticking with Power Rangers. You were the one that flipped it to Beast Wars.
Which I wanted, I wanted to like go over there because like it was similar to the topic, but is on the other end of the spectrum of like,
okay,
Anyway, when you're done, I would like to say something about another Saban produced series.
All right. Well, before I get into what I was gonna say about Power Rangers, it's time for BC to put the serious hat back on for just a fucking second, because this happened 3 fucking times tonight, and I'm trying my best not to crash the fuck out. Y'all need to stop cutting each other off. This is getting out of hand now. The foot's coming down. Knock it off. If somebody's talking, you let them fucking talk. Because just tonight, this was the 3rd time somebody cut me off. I'm trying my best to remain calm. I'm trying my best to not crash the fuck out. This was the 3rd time I got cut off mid-conversation, and it pissed me off. No more, please.
To be fair, the sound on your end is a little on the janky side, so sometimes a little hard to catch for when you're saying something.
Yeah, but if you know I'm still talking, please do not interrupt me.
Have I interrupted you at any point in the stream?
3 times.
Whoa!
Dude, I'm so sorry.
Deliberately cutting both of you off. Hang on. I'm not. If I have cut either of you off tonight in any capacity, I apologize. If I've cut either of you off, it's never been on purpose. It's never been deliberate. It's been there. I have in-ear monitors in, which are a lot more sensitive to different frequencies of noise and different audio. I'm trying to listen to when I can talk. If I cut y'all off at any point, I apologize. It's just for me trying to listen for an opportune time to speak. And if you just happen to keep going, then I'm sorry. I don't want to cut either of you off. I don't want to,
So how about this? Oh, sorry.
No. Don't. That's what I'm talking about. Is I don't mean to cut anybody off, but sometimes it happens, right? Yeah. You're fine, Beast. You're fine.
Okay, I was gonna say, are you done?
I'm done. I'm good.
Okay, so how about this? Those of us who are wanting to speak and would prefer to not be interrupted whatsoever, we get the floor.
Yes, but also the 3 of you gents take a gander at a suggestion.
I'm waiting.
Look at the private chat, BC.
Are you referring to what I suggested, getting the floor?
No, he's saying use the private chat more.
Oh.
Yes. If
Can you tell we don't use the fucking private chat?
Yes, I noticed we don't ever use the private chat. We should make use of it more, because I know I hate being cut off. Everybody I know, IRL, and I work with hates being cut off. we should make use of the private chat more to better coordinate when we're going to speak up about something. It's no hate towards anybody else, and it's a lot of it is more that we all want to talk about something, and we're all just a bunch of very excited kids wanting to talk, and I love it. But sometimes we do need to know when, hey, we need to let somebody else talk. And I am very guilty of it. I'm very guilty of it. Trust me. It's nobody's fault. It's my own. I gotta have better self-control, but also a lot of us on the show need to have better coordinated speaking and better planning prerogative when it comes to, hey, whenever we talk about certain things, it's kind of. But it also kind of defeats the whole purpose of the Synthen Lounge being a more chill show.
Porpoise.
Porpit, and you can eat me for that.
Where's that?
Is that an open invitation, Boogie?
Oh, you know it, Papa. Anyway, basically, all of us here, we should probably make better use of the private chat if we want to speak up about fucking PC made me fucking laugh. Oh, Lord. Okay. For future reference going forward, it would be better if we make use of the private chat if we wanted to speak up just so we can plan better. Like, even if it's just like a few seconds ahead of time to say, hey, I want to say something, and everybody in the show should be paying attention to the private chat. Okay. All right, Bees, go ahead, man. I'm done.
I was just saying that when BC was done. Wait, was that all you were going to say? Like, just like to talk about this issue, or
No, I was going to wrap it back around to Power Rangers until I got caught off again.
Gotcha. Okay, you may continue, my good sir.
So when it comes, we're going right back to what the fuck Buki was saying with Power Rangers as a whole and how it never quite clicked with him. Yet all the examples he gave were plain as day. He never saw the types of shows we watched. Tell me you didn't see peak Power Rangers without actually telling me you did not see peak Power Rangers.
I definitely did.
This is my homework for Buki. And we have plenty of ways and plenty of opportunities to actually watch these shows now. So there's zero excuse. Do your fucking research here. Here's what I'm going to ask you to do. I'm going to ask you to hop onto whatever streaming services happen to have at least the post-Zordon era Ranger series. These consist of In Space, Lost Galaxy, Lightspeed Rescue, Time Force, and Wild Force. These five are considered peak Power Rangers.
Okay.
However, if you want to see some of the best Ranger shows we've ever had in our lives, that's when I'm going to tell your ass to go straight to the Disney era. The Disney era consists of Ninja Storm, Dino Thunder, SPD, and Mystic Force is where I would cut it off.
Okay, the three shows you mentioned, I didn't watch growing up. Okay, I'm gonna need a list of this message to me, so that way I can put it on my list of stuff to watch and get to it eventually.
Exactly. So, like, again, it's plain as day. You do not understand what peak Power Rangers is. Like these are the shows.
I
I really want to sit here and say that Power Rangers is not all that. I want you to earn your right to say that shit after you've watched pure hate.
Oh no, I never sat there and I said, oh well, like Super Sentai isn't all that. Like no. I never said Super Sentai ain't all that. Like especially because a lot of the shows that I do like are Sentai adjacent. I just growing up never really enjoyed or got to enjoy specific Power Rangers.
Yeah, nah, like, and we gonna fix that. You don't watch these shows, and you're gonna tell me precisely why you slept on these shows because they're fucking deep.
Oh well, Gurren Lagann is still going to be the best Sentai show, though, right?
No, it's not.
No, don't lie to me.
No. Okay, see, Gurren Lagann is not considered Power Rangers or Sentai, bitch. That's still considered mecha anime. Get your shit together.
I don't believe you.
You're gonna have to, because if you actually, when you sit down and you look up what a mecha is supposed to be, Gurren Lagann falls under mecha anime.
Oh, it sounds like I have a couple of friends to educate if they're willing to listen.
Wait, you gotta educate me?
No, I have a couple of friends who don't understand what mecha is.
Oh, okay. I was fun.
No. You guys know what mecha is. I got a couple of friends who think they know what mecha is. And one of them looked at Transformers and they were like, nah, it's mecha. I don't like it. Yeah, it's like,
I'm
hang
sorry.
on a minute.
Sorry, in the back of my head, I just backhanded the fucking shit out of this person.
Like, hold on. Like, if you've only ever have seen the Headmasters, or if your only interaction with Transformers is Headmasters as mecha, like, fine, you get a pass. But no. You grew up in America. You're not that much older than me, and you're telling me Transformers is mecha? Pardon?
No.
No.
Nobody should be telling you that Transformers is considered mecha under any fucking circumstance.
Oh, I know that. I know that for a fact. Anyone who sits there and tell me like, "Oh, well, Transformers is mecha," like, hold on. Under what context are you talking about Transformers as mecha? If you're talking about Headmasters specifically, then yes, you are correct. Otherwise, get the fuck out.
Alright, well then I'm about to break Buki's brain right here. So who here remembers the anime Attack on Titan?
Oh, don't I know that Attack on Titan is just basically fleshy mecha.
Yeah, but here's the problem with that though. Mecha is specifically robots that are piloted by humans.
Yes, I know.
Where's the robot aspect in Attack on Titan?
In the artificially created fucking...
No, that's flesh and bones. It's fantasy. It's not mecha. It's fantasy.
Okay. That's why the only reason I was willing to give the only argument for Transformers being mecha to Headmasters was just because of that. Was like the robotic aspect of being controlled by a human. But now there's fleshy aspects to Headmasters, and now I'm uncomfy. But anyways, please...
I broke Buki's brain.
Anyways, please do, though, educate me correctly so that way I can properly educate other people who will sit there and tell me that, oh no, Transformers is mecha. I don't like mecha, so I don't like Transformers. Even though the only experience I have with them is going to be the Michael Bay movies or maybe the Unicron trilogy.
Y'all said mecha?
Even though that is also the only other actual distinguishing series.
Okay, so Literally, it's in the fucking dictionary. Look it up. It's literally the definition of the word mecha. And then on top of that, you have the fact that we have all these other fucking. It's pretty much right there. What Naruto just said right here. Doesn't mecha necessarily mean that it's a robot controlled by a pilot?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds accurate. Yeah,
Yeah, and here's the problem with that.
it sounds like I have a lot of media illiterate friends who are unwilling to learn.
You have a lot of media illiterate friends because if they're genuinely trying to sit there and tell you that Transformers are mecha, they would love to sit down and have a nice and polite conversation in how I explain to them how they're a fucking moron.
Oh no, BC, the only argument I would be willing to give anybody on Transformers being mecha is it would be the headmasters, and that is the only inkling of an inch I would give them.
And even then, that inch is not getting them very fucking far because
That's what I'm saying. Is like
because even then, with the way the headmaster technology worked, the only reason the humans were being utilized was because they wanted to keep the human element attached to it in some way, shape, or form.
right. That's why I say that
All
headmasters.
those exact characters went back to Cybertron. All those human characters that were originally bonded with Transformers, guess what? The bond was broken, and now all of a sudden, all those same bodies that they were originally controlling became sentient again. They've been sentient all their fucking lives. They just utilize the humans to unlock their power. They don't need them. And that's the part people seem to genuinely think they can use as an argument towards them being mechas.
Yeah,
That's not even remotely close to being the fucking truth.
it's not a Mega Man Star Force 3 noise form.
No,
It
not a little bit.
that like it's not that where it's like, oh hey, this looks like this guy, and it's like, yeah, cool. You get this power and this power and this power, like cool. No. Each individual headmaster bot has their own unique forms, especially whenever they wake up.
Anyways, so I'm done. Please go.
Okay, so when we were riding off of what Asia was saying about just like how much they changed with like just like bringing Sentai / Power Rangers like to the States. That got me thinking of just how drastically different the overall how drastically different the overall tone and feel and some of the dialogue in Digimon is compared to the Japanese dub. I've watched like those of us who grew up in the 90s and watched Digimon on TV, we know how what the dialogue is like. And then I watched the Japanese dubs of seasons 1 and 2, and I actually kind of like the Japanese dubs way better because of the dialogue, because the tone just feels different, feels a lot more serious. And there's like in the English dub, there's just so much what I like to call filler dialogue. People just rambling, blah, 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 like just like, because like when you dub anime, if a character's mouth is not seen moving, or if they don't have a mouth, or they're wearing a mask, mouth plate, or whatever, you can make them say whatever the hell they want. So they use that as an opportunity to throw in what I call filler dialogue, just a bunch of rambling and just nonsense and jokes and one-liners, and it just kind of ruins the overall. It just ruins the moment of whatever scene's going on. Like a good example. When Agumon and Tai were in the real, had somehow gotten to the real world, and they were going back to the digital world. There's one scene where like Tai was about to go through the portal back to the digital world with Agumon. Kari stopped them, and again, this is a good example of filler dialogue. But like in the Japanese dub, there's like silence between them. It's supposed to be sad. It shows like not only how strong of a bond they have as siblings, but also the sadness of Kari being left behind again. And she loves and misses her brother, and that just shows that. But in the English dub, it's like, oh, don't go. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm being selfish. Go on and say. I'm just like, what?
It doesn't feel real, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and then not to. There's some things that I wonder. Like, there's actually some stuff they censored out, and I'm not talking about the whole Pokemon's jelly donuts thing. I'm talking about like there's a surprising amount of poop and fart jokes in the Japanese dub. Like, it's hilarious how many there are. Some of them they are like
Was written
like there's like I'm just like, why cut out the fart jokes? Kids would laugh hysterically at that. I mean, I'm a grown adult, but I thought it was freaking hilarious. But yeah, like there's just so much that's like changed from like being translated, like from the original Japanese dub to the English translation. Like there's so much that's changed, I guess, to make it a bit more appropriate to American audiences, and because of how easily offended we're a lot more easily offended now than we were in the late 90s, early 2000s, but that's a whole nother topic.
Well, brother, don't ask me for a fucking dubbed anime based off of modern expectations. I'd be scared.
And then like a couple of years ago, they actually released Digimon the movie, both in the original Japanese dub, the like original version of the English dub, and the English redub. The English redub has a blend of some of the it's a blend of original dialogue that they made, as well as like some similar lines of dialogue and jokes from the movie, which honestly, the jokes that they did keep, it kind of works. It still works. And yet the new dialogue made it a lot closer in tone and just the gravity of the situation, like the Japanese dub did. And it's just, in my opinion, better. And honestly, one thing that didn't really make much sense to me was Wendigomon like coming back to life and dancing to Smash Mouth's All Star. Yeah, that was a completely completely different context from the Japanese dub. I'm just like, what the hell? Then I watched the redub, and I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I'm done.
Ooh. Okay, that gave me an idea for something that we should do as a scrapyard community. For all of my Yu-Gi-Oh fans, we should totally watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Side of Dimension together.
So
that movie came out a while ago, but like that movie, I watched it fairly recently, and I was like, oh, fuck my childhood.
maybe one day.
But anyways,
So this is where I am going to conclude the Synthen Lounge.
AKA the schoolyard.
I will smack you.
we'll come into Ratchet's garage eventually.
That screenplay I was writing, BC, it's not almost done. I am not even halfway through, but I will send it to you once I get it finished.
Okay. And then also, would you put the fucking Totodile stuff away?
I just want to say this off.
Oh my god.
Okay, let me turn the lamp off so you can see it better.
It looks adorable! Ah!
Right?
I love it.
Etsy is a dangerous place for me.
Yo, no, I know a buddy who he would love it for a housewarming gift. Oh my god.
Adjust the brightness, change the colors.
Yo.
Yeah, I love it. Anyway,
Anyways, Josh, you were saying, my friend?
So we are going to conclude the episode tonight. And yeah, unfortunately, this will be the last time we do Synthen Lounge for a hot little minute. Basically, at this point, we either need to wait for JJ to take another vacation or for him to just up and decide, I don't feel like doing the Energon Den tonight.
We need to have a actual serious discussion about this. Like, legitimately need to push this discussion.
Okay, we'll talk further details in a minute.
Privately, of course. Privately, but for the time being, this is the last one for a little bit.
Yes, this is the last one for a little bit. And yeah, I will, or at least some of us, will possibly see you next week. It just might not be on my channel.
All or one.
Well, what about Scrapyard though? Scrapyard's still on for this Friday?
Oh,
Yeah, Scrapyard's still a good thing. It's just Synthen Lounge is maybe.
Yeah, because like always, because my work schedule this upcoming Friday will be my last Friday. I'll be available for a while because of how weird my work schedule is.
No, don't worry. Don't worry, bees.
Yes, I'm just let that scroll that John get a look at it.
Scrap battle, Drag versus the Hulk. So communist Freddie Mercury versus the Hulk.
But anyways, the future of Synthen Lounge will be determined at a later date. So hopefully everybody has enjoyed the chaotic fun that has been the Synthen Lounge. If you haven't cracked any cold ones, there are going to be some on your left on the way out. And hopefully we'll see you soon.
Okay.
So then, ta-ta.